Hello and welcome to Kicktalk Reboot. It's on to the results. Scottish Junior Cup first round. Arbroath 4, Crossgate Primrose 4. Ardere 0, East Kilbride 1. Winton Rovers 2, Dundonald Bluebell 1. Armadale Thistle 1, Kinnaway Star Hearts 3. Bo'ness United 3, Bellshill 3. Broxburn 3, Glenafton 3. Buchenhaven Hearts 0, Coulter 2. Camlin 3, Whitburn 4. Dundee East Craigie 1, Bathgate 3, Ellen United 0, Glasgow Perthshire 1, Haddington Athletic 1, Troon 0, Oven Vicks 2, Newton Grange Star 1, Janefield Swifts 3, Luga 0, Kilbirnie 6, Bankery St Ternan 0, Kerrymuir Thistle 4, East Houses 0, Largs Thistle 0, Blantyre 1, Lesmahago 0, Oven Meadow 2, Livingston United 7, Cruden Bay 0, Lochee United 2, Hulford 1, New Elgin 1, Dundee North End 8, Newborough 0, Hermes 5, Newborough 0, Sauchie 5, Port Glasgow 5, Whitehills 0, Pumpston 3, Kirkcaldy 0, St Roch's 0, Kilwinning 1, Thornton Hibs 2, Dunbar 2, Vale of Clyde 8, Sunnybank 0, Wascalda United 3, Stonywood Parkvale 0, Whitlets 5, Bucky Rovers 2, Whitlets 2, Cumnock 0. McBookie.com Super Premier Division, Auchinleck 1, Arthurlie 0. McBookie.com Super First Division, Shettleston 1, Clydebank 0. McBookie.com Ayrshire District League, Darvel 5, Craigmark 4, Kello 4, Muirkirk 1, Maple 2 and Bank 3. I was at Barfields Park for the first round of the Scottish Cup, and it was Largs Thistle 0, Blantyre Vicks 1. Largs suffered Scottish Cup heartache as they suffered an ignominious home defeat to the Lanarkshire men. For Thistle, it was desperately disappointing stuff again. They are on a losing run just now, which is extended to 5 games. As for Blantyre, it kept their momentum going after a 6-1 win against Maryhill last week in the league. There were chances for both sides. Largs scorned some good opportunities, but Blantyre hit the woodwork twice in the second half, and they were denied a goal to a professional foul by Largs keeper Ross Lundy, and that completed a miserable afternoon for Thistle. Both teams tested each other out in the early stages. It was a fast-paced cross from McWaters, which was held by Scott Law, while Stephen Higgins' culling effort for the visitors was stopped by Lundy. McWaters' clever run and cross on the right was headed off the line by Gary Campbell for Blantyre, and McWaters showed good vision to release James Marks, and he knocked the ball onto Robert Love, who broke clear and rounded keeper Law, but the angle was too tight and he hit the side netting, so it was a good opportunity missed for Largs. It was a dramatic end to the first half with good opportunities at both ends. Higgins turning his man on the edge of the area. A drilled effort was palmed wide of the left post by the sprawling Lundy. Ex-Kilbirnie winger Matt Bennett had a great opening 42 minutes as he was free on the left hand side, but Law stayed strong to beat the angled drive away, and seconds later Blantyre at the other end, Craig forced Lundy into a save as the half-time score was goalless. 7 minutes into the second half, and Nicky Jimson's downward header from a corner was well held by Law, while Craig Little had to make a good diving challenge to deny a Blantyre break. Ross McKechnie peeled away from Kieran Friel and smashed in a close range effort, which was parried by Lundy as it was danger in the Thistle penalty box. Blantyre sub Jordan O'Donnell, he was a lively addition to proceedings, forcing Lundy into a good stop from a clear effort on goal. And Higgins for Blantyre, he managed to get space down the left, rocketed an angled effort off the left hand post on 77 minutes, but a minute later it was to be the only goal of the game. Blantyre managed to drive in a dangerous cross from the right hand side. It only caused confusion in the Thistle box, and Higgins was quickest to react to knock the ball over the line. It was a devastating blow for Thistle, but there was still time for Largs to come back, of course, and they squandered a golden opportunity a minute later. It was McWaters who was clean through, but lost spread himself to block. There were more body blows to follow for Thistle after O'Donnell thumped an angled effort off the right hand post. Lundy for Largs was given his marching orders for denying Higgins a clear goal scoring opportunity. and that was the edge of the area. So Sean Graham, he took over in between the sticks and had one good save to make before Thistle engineered a last gasp opportunity. McWaters feinted his way past defenders on the right, smacked in a low cross, which was fired goalward by Love, but keeper Law again to the rescue for the Lanarkshire side. It was agony for Thistle and ecstasy for Blantyre. The visitors will be glad to have got a Premier scalp away from home. As for Largs, it was another early exit from the national tournament against lower league opposition after the loss to Livingston last year, and despite missed chances for Largs, they just couldn't find a way through, and they must now concentrate on survival in the Premier League. So the final score at Barfields Park, Largs Thistle 0, Blantyre 1. Okay, Brian, almost everybody a bit devastated after today, to say the least. You played your part in the game yourself. You threw yourself on the line, so I suppose today it was a tough match. Obviously, first going to be very disappointed. Where do Largs go from here?
It's a good question, Callum. It's something I've tried to answer myself over the last few weeks, to be honest. Well, I think first and foremost, I've got a decision to make over the weekend. Because the results haven't been good enough, and I don't care what MD says. When a lower division team comes to get home, Scottish Cup, should be winning the game. There's no two ways about it. The things that we've preached for the last 18 months, essentially 19 months since we took over, seem to have deserted us in terms of hard work, getting in folks' faces, getting tight, being aggressive. It seems to happen in sporadic periods in games, and it seems to disappear. So there's right now, Callum, I need to sort of clear my head and have a think about it over the next 24 hours. But so it's not something I can make a snap decision on now in terms of where we go. But it might lie out with my hands come Sunday or Monday, but we'll wait and see what happens.
Okay. Obviously, you know, in terms of the season, not getting the results has been a critical factor. I mean, that's our fifth defeat, I think, in a row.
Oh, it's terrible.
Which, I mean, I think one of the things we discussed was that Largs have been through similar phases like that in the past.
Yes.
Certainly when you first took over, and you saw kind of parallels with that.
Oh yes, definitely. I think that's the thing that kind of rips the heart out of me, to be honest, Callum. Is we spent 3 or 4 months, both me and Arnie, sleepless nights, talking on the phone every night, trying to work out how we turned it around, and because we were confident we could keep us up. I mean, everything is dead and buried, and the pressure that was on us, it was unbelievable. Actually, it was not the pressure that was on us, the pressure that we put on ourselves to stay up. So we are essentially a year ahead of where we should be, if we're being realistic. However, we managed to stay up by finding the right formula, and then we managed to get promoted last year with the right formula. However, we should know better. We should know better than we've shown over the last 4 or 5 games, or even our DA Cup games as well, because we've been through it previously. We've been through the relegation battle. We know it's about fighting, working a corner. The football side of it, you don't need to think about. It comes automatically to us. But the hard work side of it seems to have deserted us to an extent. So,
one goal in 4 games as well, though. Has it been good enough?
No. I mean, that's something we struggled with when we came in, Callum, if you remember correctly. And we kind of solved that eventually after a long time. I think we went up 3 or 4 games without scoring, I think, at one point, just after we came in. But it's creeped back in again. So it's all well and good analysing goals that you lose defensively, but the defence is going to get shaky regardless coming into the later stages of games, because we're sitting at 0-0. So every day both attackers and defenders have got to take responsibility for where we are, and it's not just about stopping leaking goals. That's something, again, as you talked about earlier, we need to have a look at, but as I said, it might not be us to have a look at it, to be honest.
Okay, Brian, thanks very much.
Right, thanks, Carl.
Well, John, a big victory for Blantyre today.
Yeah, we played well. I thought it was a hard game. I said to the players at half time when we come in, he's no easy in my game today because this is a hard game. Thought the first half was they were a better team the first half, and we defended well, which you need to do when you come to a team that's a division above you and in the Premier League and won that division last year that we're in. You know you've got to defend well, and we did defend well. Second half I thought we played a wee better. I told them at half time trying to get the full-backs on. We got it down a wee bit and we played and created a couple of chances just before we scored. And I thought in that period of time I thought we were a better team, but again they were dangerous. We've got the boy Marks and wee Lovey who are very good players, and they did cause us a bit of a problem, but boys at the back, got to give them credit, they stuck to their task, and we kept a clean sheet and we got the goal that we were looking for. We put the crossbar and a couple of wee chances we could have went, but as I say, they're a good side.
Post, didn't you?
Hit both posts. As I say, they're a good side. We said that at the half time. We know we're in the game today. That's the best team we've played this year without everybody, and I'm not being because we're league, but that's the best team, and we were in a good game today, and that they're games to see. That's what you want to be. We want to be there, you know what I mean? They're good games to be, and we were delighted we go. So even come down and give a good account of yourself, we have, and we won it, so we're delighted. We thought we could do it. We had a good result last week. We thought we've got a young team, and I know everybody always says, oh, I've got a young team, but I started with nothing this year, and it's young boys. You've seen that yourself, kind of experienced players, and they're coming along now. We're not the finished article by all means, but we're coming along nice, and we're happy with a good result today.
It was quite, I mean, it was a sort of long match in the way towards the end, because obviously Largs were trying to get back into it. Then yourself, Blantyre had chances. The Largs keeper got sent off, and but there was a lot of drama in the second half as well.
It was, yeah. Even after we scored, they had a great chance. Big Scott has had a great save right after we've scored, so I have a great save. Even right at the end, we had a couple of wee chances break away, and no really made the most of it. Then they broke up apart, and you always think they're going to get another wee chance, and a couple of things breaking, it's a different matter. But listen, we could easily drew that or easily get beat today, but we've won it, and so we're happy with that. Not meaning we're next round of the Scottish.
Sure. Okay. Well done, John.
Thank you very much.
Thanks
Nice
so much.
speaking to you.
Cheers.
Okay, thank you.
Thanks.